In this episode, I'll be sharing my advice for if life is feeling a little tough right now. So let's get started.
Hi, I'm Katie, and after many years as a struggling single mum, I transformed into a highly successful manifester with multiple businesses, better relationships, financial abundance, and way more peace, joy, and happiness in my life. Each week, I share the real secrets around how to manifest successfully, as well as the amazing and sometimes crazy lessons I've learned along the way, so that you can apply it all to your own manifesting, transforming your life from the inside out. This is That Manifesting Podcast.
Welcome back to That Manifesting Podcast. I'm doing a bit of a different episode today. I was reflecting back on my own manifesting journey, and I know that there are times, especially when you're single, you're navigating life by yourself, that there are times where things can feel quite hard and you just need that bit of a boost, or just to remember that better times are coming. And I had a particular podcast episode from my mentor that I would always refer back to just when things felt difficult and I needed that pep talk, you know, when you don't always want to call a friend or talk to anybody, but you just need something that gives you that pep in your step. That's what I want to do with this episode. So it's not about manifesting anything in particular. It's just a confidence boost, a way to keep you on track and to let you know that although life feels tough right now, it's not always going to be that way. So where I want to start is getting you to remember that manifesting the life and love that you can't stop thinking about is not only possible, it is within your control. The power to create the reality that you experience is entirely your power. And that's the thing that you should believe all the time, no matter when things are tough, even when they're good. Keep remembering that that power is yours. And if things aren't unfolding in the way that you wanted, that's not a sign of failure. It's just an indication that something in your approach needs adjusting. Manifesting is a continuously flowing process. It's not something that's static. It's about aligning your energy with what you want. And if something feels off, you've got the power to shift it. It's like fine-tuning an instrument. When you sense a wrong note, you don't abandon the whole instrument, you just adjust the strings until you get the note that you want. And the same is true of your manifesting. And remember, it's okay to have a day where everything feels off, because we all do. The idea that you have to be positive all the time isn't realistic, and it's counterproductive, because you're human. And part of being human is experiencing a full range of emotions. What's important is that you don't make decisions or try and drive your manifesting energy from that place of negativity. It's one thing to acknowledge that you're having a bad day, but it's another to let that day define your energy, your outlook, and your actions moving forward. It's about recognizing those moments for what they are. They're just a temporary dip in the road. Just choose not to stay in that energy for longer than necessary. Honour your feelings, but don't set up your life there. Tomorrow is always a new day, and a fresh opportunity to realign with what you want is on the horizon. Another thing I want you to remember is to stop obsessing over signs that what you want is on the way. This can happen when we're feeling desperate for something to appear. You start hoping that you see signs. You start asking the universe to send you signs. And signs can happen and they can be comforting. But if you're constantly looking for them, it's a signal that you're doubting the process. And trust is the foundation of manifestation. Once you've set your intention, focus on becoming the person who naturally attracts what you want. It isn't about faking it. It's about embodying the identity, the beliefs and the actions that align with what you want. It's when you do that that manifestation becomes inevitable. You don't need signs to tell you that it's coming, because you'll know deep within you that it's already on its way. It's like planting a seed. You don't just keep digging it back up to see if it's growing. You leave it be, you water it, you give it sunlight, and you trust that it will grow into a beautiful flower in time. And that's because patience is a key aspect here. It can be really challenging when you don't see immediate results, but everything unfolds in its own time. The universe works in ways that don't often match our own schedules, but that doesn't mean that your desires aren't on the way. Sometimes what you're manifesting is a lot closer than you realise, but it just requires a little more time to come to fruition. Be patient and remember that the process itself is just as important as the outcome, because every step you take brings you closer, even when it doesn't seem obvious in the moment. You'll have heard me speak on previous episodes that the universe is a mirror reflecting back the energy that you project. And I had to cover this again in this episode, because if you want to change what you see in the mirror, you don't try to alter the reflection, you change yourself, because the reflection is just a result of what's being projected. So if your current reality isn't what you want, don't just waste time hoping that the reflection will change on its own. Shift your energy, your focus, your actions, and the reflection will change. This isn't about blaming yourself for what's not working. It's about empowering yourself to make the right adjustments. And when you really understand that and take that on board, you stop feeling so powerless in situations, and you start seeing just how much influence you really have over your own life. And in addition to those sorts of shifts, and especially when you're having a bad day, please, please, please remember to nurture yourself. Self-care isn't just a buzzword. It is a vital part of manifestation. When you take care of your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, you're raising your vibration and making it easier to align with the life that you want. This might just be as simple as setting aside a bit of time for rest, or doing something that brings you joy, or just being kinder to yourself in your own head. When you're in that state of balance and flow, you're better equipped to focus on what you want to create in your life. Manifesting from a place of self-compassion and self-respect is far more powerful than just trying to push through with sheer willpower alone. Another important aspect of manifesting to remember is learn to let go of control. This might sound counterintuitive when you really want something, but often the harder you try to force an outcome, the more resistance you create to it coming into your life. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing, and that your dream life will come to you in the best way possible, even if it doesn't look exactly like you imagined. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the need to control every detail and just allowing some space for that manifesting magic to happen. When you surrender control, you open yourself up to possibilities that you might not even have considered. And often what comes along is way better than you could have planned. How you see life directly influences what's possible for you. Your beliefs shape your reality. So if you believe that life is hard and that love or money is impossible to come by, then that's the reality you'll experience. But on the other hand, if you see life as abundant and love and money as things that flow easily into your life, you'll start to see evidence of that belief everywhere. It's not that challenges won't come up, but your perception of those challenges will determine how you move through them. The choice is always yours. The choice how you see life is always yours. And that choice is what shapes your experience of life. So if you are having a hard day, just stop being so hard on yourself. If things aren't going right, stop being so hard on yourself. If people are being arseholes, stop being hard on yourself. If your manifesting isn't going the way you wanted it to, stop being hard on yourself. Because here's the thing, you're one of a kind. You're a unique blend of experiences and talents and perspectives that no one else in this world has. And that uniqueness is your superpower. It's not something to be diminished or to beat yourself up with. Often we're our own worst critics. We set impossible standards for ourselves and then feel defeated when we can't meet them. But the truth is, you're capable of so much more than you're probably giving yourself credit for. Even on your best day, when you think you're doing well, you're still capable of so much more than you're giving yourself credit for. Imagine what you could achieve if you approach life with the same kindness and understanding that you gave to other people. When you start treating yourself with that same level of compassion, you'll find that your ability to manifest what you want becomes even stronger because you're coming from a place of wholeness and not lack. So just remember, no matter what challenges you're facing right now, you can overcome them. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to strengthen, and to prove to yourself just how resilient you are. Manifestation isn't about having a perfect life without challenges. It's about the inner strength to deal with whatever comes your way and stay aligned with your vision of your dream future. I can pretty much guarantee that you've faced difficulties before and you've come through them, eventually stronger, eventually wiser. This time right now is no different. You just can't see that future state yet where you've come through it and you've learnt the lesson. The path to manifesting the life and love that you want is not going to be smooth. But every single step forward, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to what you want. I want you, in the darkest times, in the toughest times, in the moments when you question yourself, to remember that you're aligning your inner world with your outer reality so that the two are in perfect harmony. And that requires patience, self-compassion, belief in your power. Every thought, every action, every belief is a piece of the puzzle. And just as easily as you put a piece of the puzzle in, you can take it back out. One bad day will not change the course of your life. One bad day is a sign that you need to be kind to yourself, that you need to take some time to restock, re-energize, and come back stronger tomorrow. Stay committed to that life that you want. Trust in the process. And know that the life and love that you're dreaming of isn't just possible, it's inevitable. I'm waiting for you to step into your power and claim what's already yours. And I absolutely know that you can do it. So be kind to yourself. Take those tiny steps. And I promise your world will transform.
So that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed listening, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe and leave a review because it really does help me to reach more people. I've left some links in the show notes so you can connect with me or you can grab one of my manifesting resources. Until next week, sending you lots of love, light and manifesting vibes.